Hello, I'm Jim Odd, President and founder of Purist Audio Design. We were founded in 1986. We have been manufacturing and building cables for 36 years. In this room here, we have many other companies that are associated with us. Axial Hi-Fi, Doshi, Triplanar, and Joseph Audio. Our first cable that we produced was the Aqueous, which was a fluid-based cable. Now, when I say fluid-based, the conductor was surrounded by fluid. Now, the fluid in the cable serves many functions. It helps to dampen. It also helps block RF and EMI. And one of the things, a cable here I'm holding here is the Neptune, which this whole system is wired with Neptune cables. And we're going to try to show you this Neptune cable, which is fluid-based. We're going to hold it up and see if you can see here. And I'm going to flip it so you can see the fluid. You can see the center conductor. So as I flip it, you're going to see the bubble come up to the top. I hope you saw that with the light. There it goes. Oh, so later in our years, we came out with another media, which was called Ferox. Now, Ferox is a doped silicon. Now, when we say doped silicon, you're probably saying, what in the world is a doped silicon? It is a sand-based product. So if you picked it up, you'd think, oh, this is sand. But the difference is it's doped with a material to help block RF and EMI. And it's similar to the fluid base, but it surrounds the conductor. So you can imagine a cable that is surrounded by sand. And if you can, in your mind, you can imagine that. Later in years, probably about 5-7 years down the road, we came out with another product called Contigo. Now, the Contigo, we thought, well, why can't we just take the sand and then surround it with fluid? So we had sand and fluid. That's what Contigo is. Now, each one of these products, the fluid, the Ferox, and the Contigo, each have different sound properties. You're probably saying, which one sounds like, and what do each one of these sound properties contain? The fluid has probably the most spectacular mid-range that you can have. Has a very three-dimensional mid-range. It's like you'd be sitting in your chair, listening to your music, and all of a sudden behind you, you're hearing people come out, are talking from behind you. The Ferox has an extremely deep bass and extremely high top end. It's got good mid-range, not quite as good as fluid. And then you're probably saying, well, what does Contigo sound like? Contigo is a combination of the two of those. Has a great mid-range and also the extension in the bottom end and the extension in the top end. Now, in our product line, we produce cables with all three of these. We produce cables with fluid, which is the Neptune that this whole system is wired with. And then we've got cables that have just Ferox, and then we have cables that have just Contigo. So that's kind of just a quick rundown of our product line. Of course, you can always go to our webpage, which is www.puristaudiodesign.com. And you can always look up our information there, which has a full listing of all of our different cables and our dealers and our distributors around the world. So I hope I've been informative and give you some information that will help you in your decision about cables and just give you a little tidbit. And of course, you're probably looking at me saying, well, this old colleger, he's not going to be around for very long. So just to be on the safe side, I've got engineers And I've got my daughter who's also going to walk in my footsteps to help you out later on in case you're worrying about the continuation of Purist Audio Design. So we'll probably be around for many, many, many more years. So anyway, enjoy talking to you, and I hope you have a very safe and healthy future. Thank you very much for your patience.